Hello, this is time, speed and distance, lesson 1. In this I will discuss about the basics with questions. TSD stands for time, speed and distance. Now this is the most logical chapter in your quant syllabus. Most logical chapter in your syllabus. We will try not to cram any formula. So avoid cramming, no cramming. Because in books, aptitude books, there are lots of formula for solving chapters of questions on TSD. You don't need to cram any formula. We will solve the question. We will solve the questions with the help of concept, logic, options, etc. We won't cram the formula. We will solve the questions with concept, logic and options. Now, let's understand the concept. First, let's say what is the speed. Speed, we know that speed is equal to distance traveled upon time taken. This is the basic formula in TSD. Distance traveled upon time taken. You can simply say that S is equals to d by t, where d is the distance traveled, t is the time. This is the only formula or only concept in this. Rest is the application of this concept. Only concept in TSD chapter is speed is equal to distance upon time. Rest are the application of this concept. Now, speed unit is either speed unit is kilometer per hour. Speed is measured in kilometer per hour, or you can say that speed can measure in meter per second. So can I say 1 kilometer per hour would be how much? 1 kilometer is 1000 meter. 1 hour is 3600 seconds. 1 hour I am putting 3600 seconds. So this will give you 1 kilometer per hour is equals to 5 by 18 meter per second. 1 kilometer per hour is equals to 5 by 18 meter per second. Vice versa, you can write that 1 meter per second will be equals to how much? 18 by 5 kilometer per hour. You don't need to remember both, you only remember this one. Only remember 1 kilometer per hour is equals to 5 by 18 meter per second. No need to remember the second one. Automatically you can convert and make the second one. So speed is equal to distance upon time. From here, if you need to calculate distance, d value will be speed into time. Only one concept, rest you can make. D is equals to definite distance speed into time, and time would be distance upon speed. So once only formula that you understand or only concept that you understand is that speed is equals to always distance traveled upon time taken. First I will discuss about the basic questions on this concept. S is equals to d by t. Let's see what kind of question can come in your exam. First question is, a car is running at a speed of 108 km per hour. Find the distance traveled by a car in 20 seconds. Now you can see that speed here is given in kilometer per hour. Time is given in seconds. So, and answer is in meter forms. So what I will do, speed is 108 km per hour. This is given to me. This is a speed. I will convert this speed into meter per second. I know that 1 kilometer per hour is equal to 5 by 18 meter per second. So my speed would be 18,6,708 30 meter per second. 30 meter per second. Now I need to calculate distance traveled d. Distance traveled d is always equals to s into t. That is speed into time. We know that the speed of the car is 30 meter per second. Time taken by car is 20 seconds. Given that how much distance you will travel, this is 600 meters. So your answer is option number 4. 600 meter is your final answer. Second question is the ratio between the speed of two trains. There are two trains. The ratio of their speed is 5:6. So speed of first train T1 to speed of train 2. This is 5:6. This speed ratio is given to you 5:6. Whenever the ratio is given, you can convert the ratio into numbers. So speed of train 1, speed of train 2. This is 5x and 6x. But anytime you need to convert numbers into ratio, multiply with a constant. Now second train runs 300 km in 5 hours. From here you can calculate the speed of second train. Speed of second train is distance upon time. Speed is always equal to distance upon time. Distance traveled by second train is 300 km. Time is given to you 5 hours. This is 60 km per hour. That is the speed of second train. Now speed of second train was 6x. Now you can see that 6x is 60. 6x is 60, it means x is 10. So 5x would be how much? 50. If 6x is 60, x is 10, 5x would be 50. Your answer will be option number B, that is 50 km per hour. Now you can see that you have to solve the questions in less than a minute. That's our objective, to solve the question in least possible time using concept, option and logic. This question number 3. Pause the video, try to solve yourself, then look at the solution. A certain distance is covered by a cyclist at a certain speed. No distance is given, no speed is given, only given that a certain distance is there and a certain speed is there. If a jogger covers 1/3 of the distance that is covered by a cyclist in double the time, the ratio of the speed of the jogger to that of cyclist, what we need to calculate. Now let's say in case of a cyclist, and if nothing is given, you can assume the variables. Cyclist, let's say he travel the distance d with speed s and time t. That is for cyclist. He travel the distance d with speed s and time t. What about jogger? The question says that if a jogger cover 1/3 of the distance, it means he covered d3. Cyclist is covering d, jogger will cover d by 3, because 1/3 of distance of d would be d by 3 in double the time. Time is 2t. Cyclist take 2t time, jogger will take double the time, that is 2t. Let's say speed of jogger is s1. Now put the value of d here. Put the value of d in the second equation, that is s in, you can see that first d will be how much? 3s1 into 2t, cross multiply. First d would be 3s1 into 2t. Put the value of d. D value was s into t, 3s1 into 2t. Now t and t will be cancel out. S upon s1 would be 6 by 1. Now what we need to calculate? This is a ratio of their speeds. We need to calculate the speed of jogger to that of cyclist. So we need to calculate s1. Speed of jogger was s1, speed of cyclist was s. This ratio is 1:6. Now you can see that I have solved this question in less than a minute. In exam, it won't take more than 30-40 seconds to solve this question. That is our objective, to solve the question in least possible time using concept, option and logic. Fourth question, try to solve yourself by pausing the video, then look at the solution. A person has to cover a distance of 18 km in 45 minutes. Total distance you need to cover 18 km in 45 minutes. That is the time given to him, 18 km in 45 minutes. If he cover 2/3 of distance, 2/3 means 18 2/3 of 18 it would be how much? 12 km. That is 12 km he is covering in 1/3 of the total time. 1/3 total time was 45 minutes, so 1/3 would be 15 minutes. So he is covering 12 km in 15 minutes. 15 minutes he covering 12 km. Now question says that to cover the remaining distance, remaining would be 1/3 distance, 2/3 already covered, 1/3 distance would be remaining. This is remaining, REAM, remaining distance. 1/3 would be how much? 6 km. This we need to cover the remaining distance in remaining time. So how much time is left? 15 minutes are over, so I have left with 30 minutes. So it means that he need to cover 6 km in 30 minutes. What will the speed in kilometer per hour? So the person will cover 6 km in 30 minutes. 60 minutes, double the time, he will cover 12 km by common sense. 30 minutes he is covering 6 km. Another 30 minutes, another 6, so 60 minutes. Total distance traveled by him would be 12 km. 60 minutes is 1 hour. it means that he will cover the remaining distance, remaining time. Speed would be how much? Speed for the remaining distance. Speed would be 12 kilometer he is covering in 1 hour. So speed should be 12 kilometer per hour for the remaining distance to cover in the remaining time. So answer is 12 kilometer per hour. That is option number 3. This 12 would be your final answer. In the fifth question, dog takes 5 leaps for every 6 leaps taken by hare, but 4 leaps of dog are equals to 5 leaps of hare. Find the ratio of the speeds of dog and hare. Now, first thing to here to consider is that, let's say distance traveled by dog per leap is x meter. Distance traveled by hare per leap. Leap means jump. Y meter. Let's say per jump dog is covering x meter. Per jump hare is covering y meter. Now second statement is easy to consider. 4 leaps of dog, this is given to you. 4 leaps of dog is equals to 5 leaps of hare. This is given to you. Now we know that dog in 1 leap is covering x meter. So 4 leaps dog will cover 4x meter. 1 leap hare is covering 5y meter. So 5 leaps hare will cover 5y meter. This will be equals. First statement was this. First statement I am solving here. First statement, dog takes 5 leaps for every 6 leaps taken by hare. This is very important to understand. Here the time is same. In t time, dog, hare. If dog takes 5 leaps, hare will take 6 leaps. Now distance would be how much? Distance in a t time, let's say time is same. The same time dog is covering 5 leaps, hare is covering 6 leaps. We know that dog cover 1 leap x meter. So 5 leaps dog will cover 5x meter, hare will cover 6y meter. This is the distance I have calculated. 5 leaps 1 leap x meter, 5 leaps 5x meter, hare's 1 leap y meter, 6 leaps 6y meter. Now this is a distance 5x and 6y. Put the value of x. X is equals to 5 by 4y. X is equals to 5 by 4y. Put the value here. 5 by 4y 6y. It means that distance would be 25 by 4y and 6y. That is the distance traveled by dog and hare in time t. Small t. Time is here. I put the value of x. Now what we need to calculate? We need to calculate the ratio of the speed. Now speed of dog and speed of hare that we would need to calculate. What is speed? Speed is distance upon time. Distance upon time for dog, distance upon time for hare. Let's say d1, d2, because the time is same for both the case. So let's say d1 the distance by dog, time is same, because in same time t both covered. This small t, sorry, this is small t. Time is same for both. Small t time. D1 distance covered by dog is how much? 25 by 4y. Time is t. 6y time is t. So we'll get 25 is to 24. Y to y will be get cancelled. That was a bit difficult question as compared to the previous 4 question, but this question can also be solved in exam in under a minute. I have explained you, that's why it taken time, but this was a very important question. So that was the TSD basics. I will continue with more on TSD in the coming lesson. Thank you.